Hi guys, today I'll show you the Brujah clan in depth with their abilities and how to play them effectively in bloodhunt. If you like the content, please drop a like, it really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. I'm also planning on doing similar videos for the Nosferatu and Toreador clans, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss those. Jumping straight in with a shared Brujah movement ability, Soaring Leap, you launch yourself up and forwards in a powerful jump. This can be done while standing on the ground, or act as a secondary jump to gain more height or distance mid-air. One of the main advantages to the leap is the ability to move from one roof to another quickly, without ever seeing street level. Gaining height on your enemies can also come in clutch, but I mainly use this ability to either close the distance to a fight, or outrun a chasing Prowler, so they cannot keep up with the powerful jumps. This movement ability is one of the best for aggressive play, but lacks a little in invasive potential. The ability will leave you an easy target if you use it in the open, and is on a 20-second cooldown. Gaining purple blood resonances will drop that down to 10 seconds, which makes this ability so much more powerful than it already was. Moving on to the Brute and his passive ability, True Grit, allowing you to replenish half of your hit points while not taking damage. This is pretty self-explanatory. Don't take damage for 3 seconds, and Brute will start regenerating health at 10 hit points per second. This can come in clutch in some close quarters combat situations if you are able to play with cover for a few seconds. And even more so if you combine it with a healing blood resonance, which will give you up to 3 hit points per second, and a blood syringe for an additional 2.5, giving you an extremely fast potential heal rate of 15.5 hit points per second while at low health. This effectively makes the Brute's hit point count well over 200 if you can drag the fight out a little, which is perfect if you're waiting on cooldowns for another surge of damage. Brute's other ability is the Shockwave Punch, and is essentially a sonic boom from his own fist. Cool, right? It sends out a wave of sound which blocks incoming bullets and allows you to either use it as a protective shield or rush behind it and close as much distance as possible. The punch is on an 18-second cooldown and will deal 22 damage to anyone hit touches, including humans. It will send enemies backwards in a stun-like animation, but you won't actually stun people, so don't get overconfident when pushing. One ideal use of a pushback is removing people from a roof or height to either give yourself some time to heal, or take the height advantage from them and attack from above. The punch also works through some walls like chimney stacks, but don't expect to throw this through a building. It's more of a wrap around the corner effect and can be used to engage hiding players without exposing yourself too much. The teal blood resonance will shorten the cooldown but not increase the damage. Moving on to Vandal and her passive ability Adrenaline Rush, which awards you 10% damage negation whenever you are near an enemy. This can be used both in close quarter combat, and even long range if you are able to camp a downed enemy nearby. This wouldn't help you out in mid to long range fights much, but its main purpose is to give you the edge when within shotgun or melee range. The exact distance of the ability is difficult to show, but there is an indicator in the bottom middle of your heads up display which lights up when it's active. This can also be a heads up indicator if it lights up before you can see your target. Vandal's archetype ability is the Earth Shock, and it's one of my favourite abilities in the game. Activating the shock will have you leap forwards and smash into the ground or wall, damaging and stunning any enemies in the area of effect. The damage ranges from 20 to 39 depending on how close to the centre the enemy was, and is on a 22-second cooldown. This is an above average cooldown, but if you play the stun correctly it's almost a free kill, as you can laser the poor enemy before they even hit the ground. Use this on the edge of buildings to throw your now very weak enemy down to the streets, and really confuse them. This ability works best if you're above your target, and using the Soaring Leap with a shock afterwards works amazingly well together. The Nosferatu shared ability is one of the best counters to this, as they become invisible midway through the air and are incredibly difficult to track. The general playstyle for the Brujah clan is 100% aggression, as all of your abilities push you to immense bursts of damage to down an enemy as quickly as possible. You should be pushing any fights you can find and trying to land both kills before moving to the next one and repeating. Even if constantly engaging in combat isn't the best chance for surviving, and dealing with third parties after you kill everyone can be difficult at times. Learning to play with the ability cooldowns is key, as you really don't have much to escape combat with if you use both abilities to rush in with. Go hard or go home sometimes ends in a trip back to the lobby faster than you might have hoped for. I would suggest running a very high DPS weapon or a shotgun for your close quarter fights, and something more forgiving to soften enemies up on your way in. I would avoid long range combat at all costs, as you probably won't be able to close the distance before the enemy has been revived anyway. Get up close and personal first, and then let loose. Nosferatu and Toreador videos are coming soon, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss them.